There's something about the old ways of doing things that just feels right. Simple, clever tricks passed down through the generations. The kind you can almost hear your grandmother explaining to you while she works. And in fact, many of the home hacks I'm about to share I learned from my grandma. These are inexpensive and easy tips, using items you probably already have at home. So today I'm sharing a handful of my favorite vintage home hacks. Little bits of wisdom that make home life just a bit smoother. These all work for me and are time tested by many others. So be sure to stick around for number 7 because it's my all-time favorite. I don't know if many people know about it. My very first vintage hack literally makes your house smoother. If you've ever had a wooden drawer squeak like this, here's an old remedy. Rub a bar of soap along the runners or edges or wherever it's squeaking. It makes the drawer slide smoothly without that awful scraping sound. Here's another hack for your wood furniture. I recently found this old possum belly cabinet, and naturally it has some scratches. To improve the appearance, just take a walnut and rub it into the surface with scratches. The natural oils in the walnut darken the wood in the scratch so you can't see it as well. If you share your home with pets, as we do, you know how their hair gets everywhere. An old trick is to slip on a pair of simple rubber dish gloves, dampen them just a little, and rub them over the fabric surface. The static makes the hair cling and it gathers into little clumps that you can lift right off. For stubborn weeds, especially ones that are harder to just pull out, I skip the chemicals and pour boiling water or plain vinegar right on them. It's as old-fashioned as it gets, but it works. Now, it may not completely kill the weed long term if it has deep roots, of course, but it'll work for a while at least. Here's what this same weed looked like less than 24 hours later. When mineral deposits start to build up on a faucet, just mix equal parts vinegar and water in a bag, submerge the faucet in it for at least 30 minutes, and then run the faucet again. I did it in my bathroom and it really helped. Back in the kitchen, I love to use clothespins. Whenever you need to close up a bag, just reach for a simple wooden clothespin. It's humble, dependable, but it's been keeping things fresh for decades. Now the next one is my favorite. If you think jar lids are hard to open, I've got a lifesaver for you. Look for the tiny indentation at the edge of the lid. Nearly every screw-on jar in my pantry had several of these little hidden indents in the lids. Now slip the edge of a spoon under the indentation in the rim and give it the smallest twist. If you have problems doing it with a spoon one way, just flip it around the other way. That little twist releases the pressure. The pop is the sound of victory. Now the lid unscrews easily. And I can't bring myself to throw out a good glass jar, and neither did previous generations. Once you wash it clean and peel away the label, it's ready for new life holding something else. I'm storing some candied walnuts in this pickle jar. Now I just put it in the pantry and things inside last a little longer. And here's a time-tested hack for your cut flowers. Before you drop your flowers into a vase, strip away any leaves that would sit below the water line. It keeps the leaves from decomposing in the water so you can enjoy those blooms for days longer. When your garbage disposal needs a little freshening up, cut up a lemon into small pieces, turn on the cold water, and then flip on the garbage disposal and let it grind up all of the lemons. Now, it doesn't clean it or anything like that, but it does make it smell lovely. You could also use lemon to clean stainless steel. Just take half a lemon and rub it onto the surface of the stainless steel, focusing on any areas with stains or discoloration. The acidity of lemon juice can help remove hard water stains, grease, and other residue from your stainless steel surfaces. Then rinse, dry, and enjoy. For stubborn stains like sweat, grass, or berry juice, you don't always need harsh detergents. What I like to do is dab the spot with a little vinegar or lemon juice and then set it out in the sun. Yes, the sunlight works alongside the natural acids to gently lift the stain, just the way homemakers have done for generations. Now, you might need to leave it out there all day, but I swear this can do it like nothing else can. Now, this one might seem funny, but it works. Before you put the toilet paper onto your holder, give it a little squeeze to flatten it, like this. Now, the roll will turn just fine, but it slows things down so the roll lasts a little longer. A bit of thriftiness can add up over time. And one of the oldest pieces of homemaking advice is also the simplest. Have a place for everything and everything in its place. When every item has a home, whether it's a cabinet with all of your baking supplies in one spot, a handy hook by the door for a key, or a wheeled cart for tools, it keeps the whole house running smoother. It's a quiet kind of order that makes daily life feel lighter.
Of course, it's one thing to say a place for everything and everything in its place, and an entirely different thing to actually be able to do it. Getting organized is probably one of the biggest and oldest home hacks there can be. And if you need help to get organized, as I always do, then I have a very exciting announcement. Because right now, Get Organized HQ Virtual is open and you can grab your free ticket. This is totally free. You probably heard me talk about this. I like to do it every year. Helps me get organized and it helps you too. And there are over 100 experts this year. I was invited to be one of the speakers again, and they are all sharing the best of the best with you, teaching you how to do all of these useful skills really quick, really easy. And again, it's totally free. My workshop during the event is all about my easy 4-step system to organize your craft supplies effortlessly. And I'll be using this handy craft cart here to demonstrate exactly how to do that. So grab your ticket at JenniferMaker.com/getorganized. I'll put a link to that below this video as well. You don't want to miss it.
In fact, this home hacks video was made just for the Get Organized HQ virtual event. It's even part of a YouTube collab with 100 more home hacks. Check the description for a link to the playlist with more home hack videos from my fellow speakers. And finally, the most important hack of them all, gratitude. Feeling gratitude makes everything run smoother because when we notice what we have and appreciate it, the house feels fuller, the days feel lighter, and even the smallest tasks feel like gifts. Today, I am grateful for these beautiful sunflowers that grew in our field that was full of weeds against all odds.
Thank you so much for spending time with me here on Maker Farm. I hope you learned something. If you have any vintage home hacks to share, I hope you'll drop them in the comments so we can all learn. And even if you don't know any, leave me a comment below to let me know which hack seems the most useful to you. And even more importantly, try it and let me know how it works out. Because these little things can really make a big difference in how smoothly our homes run. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.